Hello everyone, welcome to J Who Crochet. I'm Reggie and this is Yarniversity. Good to see you all today. Hi Doris, she says she's working and listening. That's great. And hello Catherine and Kim and Angela and Hannah. I'm very, very glad to see you all here. I do have one second, I need to move my screen. Alright, so before we begin, as always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the little subscribe button down below. And if you hit the little join button next to the subscribe button, you will get a rundown of the membership program that we have on the channel. And members of the channel get special perks that other subscribers don't get. So if you're interested in what those are and how you can join, that little join button will take you to it. And if you cannot see the join button in the description box below the video, there's also a direct link that will take you to the same place. Also, if you are watching this live, I will highly recommend that you turn your chat to live chat so that you can see everyone's comments and not just what YouTube considers at top comments. And if you're not sure if you're watching this on live or on replay, you have to take a look on top of the chat screen. And if it says live chat or top chat, then you are with us live. And if you are watching us on replay, it will say live chat or top chat replay. So if you're watching on replay, the first half an hour of the chat is normally dedicated to general chit chats and things that have to do with the channel. So if you're not interested in that and you want to go directly to when the class begins, you can hop half an hour ahead. And if you're watching this live and you're not interested in it, you can, go to the toilet, go walk your dog, do everything you need to do in the first half an hour before the class actually begins. So I think I said all the, clarifications because it does seem that a lot of people watch these lives on replay and don't understand that they're not actually live with me while it's happening, or they don't understand why the first half an hour has nothing to do with the topic of the class. So I hope that clarifies that. Yes, hi to everyone. Hello to Linda. Good to see you here. Hi, Alice. She says, hi, Reggie. Hope you're well. There was quite a bit of robot voiceman minute ago, but seems to have worked itself out. Oh, okay. If there's any problem during the live, please let me know. Hi, Dee. Good to see you. Hello to Vera, and Judy's here. Hi, good to see you, Judy. This week has not been much better. I'll talk about it in just a bit. You're finishing your witch hat, Dee. I hope you finish it in time for our Halloween live next week. For those of you who do not know or haven't heard me say it yet, that is the first administrative note for today. Next weekend, so next Sunday, we are going to have the Halloween live game show. It's the 10th of October, and we're gonna have one of my famous game shows where I am going to have a lot of prizes to give away. There's also already a very nice amount of prizes that were very graciously donated by different viewers, fans of the channels, and members, and also creators and makers of all kinds. But if you're still interested in donating any kind of prize to the Halloween giveaway, you can still email me. My email is in the description box below, and we can work out whatever it is that you want to give away. It doesn't have to be something that you make. So if you are a maker, if you sew product bags, or you make little pins that you can put on your different things. I have had these, for example. Which I found very, very cute from another lovely maker. So if you are a maker of any kind, of course, you can, offer one of the things that you make. But you can also just be 2 hanks or balls of yarns from your stash. Oh, something is wrong with my voice, everyone's saying. 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay, sorry guys. We tried to look what's going on. It is not on our end, and might be something in the connection with YouTube. So if it happens again, or if it if it continuously happen, then you might just want to refresh your screen, and I'm gonna hope that it doesn't shade over the entire live today. But I'm sorry. So if it does happen for you, it's really nothing that I can do on my end. Then it's just check the entire system and everything is working. We will try to get it fixed, or look into it in time for next week. Yeah, go Dennis, right? Good that I have technical support in-house. I just hope that it doesn't happen too often. If it does, please let me know. I will try to not talk too fast, so in case it does happen again, you don't miss the entire sentence that I said. Once again, like I said, if it does happen, it doesn't seem to be anything on our end. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so try to refresh your screens and see if that helps. One second, let me see something real quick. So let me know if you guys can hear me better now. I'm gonna wait the 13 minutes of 13 seconds of delay to see comments coming up, and let me know if the voice is any better. We tried a quick fix to see if it is on our end. Alice is saying recently we've been hit with sunspots which can affect communication. Oh, okay. Well, guys, people saying it's back to normal again. Catherine says she doesn't mind it so much. People, okay, you guys hear me? Good for now. We will try. If it happens again and we cannot get over it, that's life. Okay, I'm very, very sorry. I do, like I said, going through some hard times. Everything happens at once, so of course this has to happen as well. At least the blog is back up. For those of you who were here last week, I've been having troubles with the blog. I've been hacked. But the blog is up and running again, and today's topic is already on the blog. So if at any point today you have to step out, or you came in late, or you wanna, just read it directly on the blog and not hear it from me, then the link to the blog post is in the description box below, and you can read all about it there. Doris is saying fall sound outages are expected between October 4th and October 13th. I did not know that either. Okay, well, like I said, if at any point we're having problems again, please let me know. I'm very sorry. Like on our end, we checked everything. We even disconnected the microphone, reconnected it again. I can't really think of anything else that we can do on our end. Right? Yeah, that's life. It happens. If it happens, it happens. So yeah, but I was talking about next week. Sunday is going to be the Halloween game show, which I hope you'll be here because, like I said, I have a lot of prizes to give away. But I was just saying that if anyone still wants to contribute any prizes, there's still time to get in on that. But I will not this time allow people during the live to say that they are contributing something, because I am going to organize the game show in a way in which I'm going to prepare a certain amount of games and questions and so on for the amount of prizes that I have. So until about a day before, I will still be accepting anyone who's interested in donating anything as a prize. But at the game show itself, I'm not gonna do like last time. Last time people during the game show said that they want to donate this or that, and I added them to the list. Not gonna do it that time this time, because I do have to prepare in advance and know how to, calculate how long the live is going to be, and all of that. Hi Jamie, she says hello Reggie and chit chat people. My in-laws are out visiting for a few days, so I'm in and out and I need to stop them from burning the house down. Okay Jamie, well, I hope they wouldn't. But if at any point you are in need of rescue, we can't really do anything, but just write something in the chat, put like the fire emojis, and we'll be here for moral support. Not that helps if your house burns down. Okay. Yeah, so today's topic is the European yarn companies, and before we start talking about that, I want to explain what's going to happen over the next few weeks on Yarniversity. So other than next week, that's our Halloween game show that's going to happen on Sunday. The rest of the month, every Sunday in October, we are going to explore yarn companies from different places in the world. Hi Catherine, good to see you. So we are, of course, naturally, since I live in Europe, we start in Europe, and we're gonna stop for next week for the game show and continue with this series afterwards for a few Sundays, where we'll talk about different yarn companies from different places, hoping that I will be able to introduce you guys to yarn companies that you may not have heard of, or maybe you've heard of but never had a chance to try before, or never really knew what they were about, or just interested in hearing a little bit of the story behind them. I just thought that every now and then it's nice to know what are those companies that other people from other countries show yarns they got from, or if you run across an ad on Facebook or something and you have no idea what that is, or on different social media where you see posts of people saying I made it with this or that yarn from this or that company. Plus I thought there's a big difference in the yarn and fiber market in different places in the world. So some fibers are more popular in some areas than other. In some areas, crochet is more popular than knit, and some places the other way around. In some places around the world, certain fibers are way more popular. Some places use more wools or animal-based fibers, while some other places use more plant-based fibers, or some places prefer acrylic and polyester fibers. And all of these things, they come from difference in culture, different in weather, different in just the climate of the area where you live, or other causes for this and that. So I thought it would be interesting to explore different yarn companies from around the world. And of course, following that series, we will also do a series of crochet around the world and talk about what kind of things are more common or less common, or what interesting story about crochet can be heard from different places in the world. But that would come after the series about different yarn companies. Catherine is saying she loves the concept. Hi, Ola Joe, welcome in. And Verna is here, good to see you. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do over the next few weeks of Yarniversity. I'm going to introduce you guys to companies that maybe some of you already know and maybe you've never heard of before, of course, depending on where in the world you live. And of course, depending on how much exposure you have had to yarns from other places that are not the country that you live in. So we will begin in just a bit because, as I've said, always the first half an hour is just general chit-chat that has to do with the channel, but I did want to explain what's going to happen with this series that's happening. One more thing that's happening with the channel is that we are going to start the crochet along on Monday. So for those of you who are taking part, I hope that you've already downloaded the pattern. I hope you have your yarns and your hooks ready. And I hope that you're excited as I am to start on this brand new adventure that will take us all the way through to Christmas Day, actually. So I'm sure that we will all have a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys' pictures and everything that you create, and the color schemes that everyone chose. And I'm just, very excited for that. Excited to be working with Sis Homemade again. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we can all learn new things from it, especially those of you who were saying how excited they are to practice their working with charts. And as I've said, on this week's live on Wednesday, I did mention that the designer Joanna, she has updated the pattern on Ravelry. So if you downloaded the pattern last week, you might want to go and download it again because she's updated it on Monday, and the current version of the pattern includes written instructions as well as the chart. So if you're not 100% with charts, if you download the new pattern, the new version of the pattern, you will have the written instructions as well. Hi Chris, good to see you here. Sophia is saying her yarn for the crochet along is coming tomorrow, hopefully. Yay! Exciting. New yarn is always exciting. Catherine is saying, whoop whoop, yes, got my yarn pattern printed and need to locate my hook. That's always a problem. Speaking of hooks, this amazing set that I really thought would be very popular amongst you guys, the light up crochet hook. That was the prize on Yarniversity 2 weeks ago, and last week on Yarniversity we chose the winner for that. And as always, the winner has 1 week to claim their prize, and today is a week later and the prize has not been claimed. So for today's giveaway, this will be the prize again, the set of the light up crochet hook. Now, I do want to mention to enter into the giveaway, all you gotta do is come back to the video once it goes into replay and leave a comment down below. And today's comment will be, of course, about the companies that we're going to talk about. And my question would be if you had experience with any of them before, and was it a good experience, a bad experience? What can you tell me about that experience? So when you come back to the video once it goes into replay, you leave a comment down below and that will enter you into the giveaway, and this will be the prize for this week. Now, since next week is going to be the Halloween game show and I'm going to be giving away a whole bunch of prizes, we will choose the winner from today, not next week, but the week after, once we'll go back to normal Yarniversity again. So you will actually have 2 weeks to remember to come back to the video and comment down below. And then in 2 weeks from today on Yarniversity, we will choose the winner for that. You can't use them. Oh, I'm so sorry, Angela. Sorry for that. I mean, I don't control it, but I'm sorry that happens. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. I haven't seen you here in a while. Catherine is saying, I told myself I was gonna stop hogging your prizes. Stop tempting me, women. I don't control the YouTube random comment picker or the random number picker for that matter. So for those of you who are here on Wednesday and witnessed the random number picker being a lazy ass, I am sorry for that, but once again, it's not my fault. Hi, Bobby. Good morning. Good morning to you. Angela is saying good luck to everyone that joins in. And hi, Kim. Good to see you. You got your advent calendar. Yay! I'm really excited to see what you think about it once you start opening it. Don't open it ahead of time. Hello to Claudia. Welcome in. Good to see you here. All right, so if you're joining in late, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the little subscribe button down below. And if you want to join the membership program, the little join button next to the subscribe button will tell you everything you need to know about it. If you haven't yet, entered last week's giveaway, you have until the end of today. And at the end of today's live, I will choose a winner for that. And there was one more thing I wanted to say before we start our class, but I can't think about it right now. Yes, I have added some yarn and I have gotten rid of a lot of yarn. There are still 2 last grab bags on the Etsy shop. The link to my Etsy is in the description box below. I have these stashed, so the grab bags are full of only top shelf yarns, a lot of hand-dyed yarns in there, some Hobbii yarns in there. You guys know the yarns that I love, so you can imagine what's in the grab bags. 2 last grab bags are on the Etsy shop for those of you who want to help with the destash. But yes, I did have 2 new Hobbii orders and 1 order from Lovecrafts that arrived. So yeah, I refilled my cabinets once again. You're going to peek. Hi, Susan. Good morning. Okay, so actually, wait, Susan, are you in a good morning area or in a good evening like me? I suddenly am not sure, but I think you're a good morning person, right? Hi, Novita. Good to see you. Yeah, so for those of you who asked before about my week, because I was telling you guys last week that I had a bad week, and then on Wednesday, for those of you who were here for the What's on the Hook live, I was talking about it again. No, it hasn't been it has been yet another one of those weeks. I seem to be in kind of a phase that will probably take a while to get out of. With all the stress, and like I said, the fall vacation starting next week, or not this coming week, but the week after. It's not gonna help that too much. But it will be okay. We will get over it, and stress is just stress. And as I was telling you guys on Wednesday, when I'm under stress, I crochet up a storm and come up with a lot of designs. So there's a lot of new things coming thanks to that stressful period. Oh, we seem to have a new member, Roberta Shepherd. Cheers to Roberta and everyone. Wait, let me show you what I'm drinking. Cheers, Roberta! Thank you for joining the membership program and welcome. Glad to have you with us. Always happy to welcome new members. All right, yes, so I was right. Good. Yes, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Very, very happy. All right, so we are at 6:26 according to my watch, so that it appears we still have 4 minutes to chit chat away before I am obligated to start the class. So yeah, oh, there was one very nice thing that I did this week. I went to the carnival, to the fair with my kids, and I realized that my sons are roller coaster junkies like me, so it was a lot of fun. Hi Chantal, good to see you. Nice of you to join. Hey Jaxie! I'm very happy you guys are all here. Makes me feel like I'm hanging with my homies. Makes me feel good. Tracy says she can't stay, but I'll watch the afterwards. Have to moderate on another live. All right, Tracy, have a nice time. Thank you for being here. And Claudia is saying it's 11:26 a.m. where she is. It's 6:27 here where I am. I am in Germany, for those of you who do not know. So my live always start at 6 p.m. Berlin time. I don't, whatever time it is in your time zone, my ability to convert time zones is very, very limited. Okay, so I think, we still have 3 minutes, but I think we can start, right? So, right? Hanging with the homies. Yeah, it's Roller Coaster Family. I can't wait until they're old enough to go to actual, roller coasters on theme parks and stuff like that, because they seem to have enjoyed it and I enjoy it a lot. So it's gonna be fun once they get older. Okay, so as I was saying, we are starting our new series of talking about yarn companies from around the world. And as I've said, we are starting here in Europe because that's where I'm from. And I'm gonna start, as always, with a small disclaimer. There are way too many European yarn companies for me to mention all of them. So if I don't mention a certain company, it's not because I don't like them or because, they don't belong on the list. It's simply because I cannot talk on about each and every one of them. I did try to choose companies from different places in Europe that represents different styles of yarn companies in Europe. I chose some that are more like smaller boutique companies, and some that are more big, mass-produced, known all over the place companies. And I also really wanted to include different companies from different categories. So I think I got sort of like a good mix, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the mix that I chose. In the description box below the video, I've put some links to places where you can get the yarns from the companies that I'm talking about today. Now, if you are inside Europe, of course, you can shop all of these companies, all of their yarns on their homepage, on their website. But in the description box below, I put links to companies who ship worldwide. So sorry, something fell over. So if you are interested in yarn from any of these companies that's not naturally or not commonly available in your country, you can shop for it online on those websites, and they ship worldwide. So those are the links in the description box below. But as I've said, if you're inside the European Union, you probably can shop directly on the company's website. Chris is saying, I want to thank all the people that are testing the pattern Reggie wrote for my beanie. I think only one of them is here in the chat right now. But yes, thank you guys if you're watching on replay. Yes, Europa Park, right? Bobby's saying, my kids all turned green on rides. I had to ride the fun stuff by myself. See? So that's why I was so happy that they don't, because they can come with, and I'm totally a roller coaster junkie. All right, so we're going to start. And like I said, today's subject is already on the blog for those of you who are interested. The point of this series is, like I said, to get to know yarn companies from different places around the world, because many of us shop for yarns on our local stores, and they naturally hold yarns that are either manufactured or distributed specifically in our country. Sometimes we might get international brands in our local yarn shop if we don't shop big box, but we go to a specific specialty yarn store, that we might get some international brands. But there are so many companies out there that we never actually get to see or try, just because they are not available where we live. And that is the point of today's live and this series in general, to introduce you guys to companies that otherwise you may never have heard of, and maybe even spark an interest in you that you would want to go to one of those websites that do distribute the yarns internationally and try them out. Now, since I live in Europe, as I said, I thought it's only natural that I will start with European companies. And I have said before, of course, there are way more companies than I can possibly mention in just one live. But I do live in Europe, and I do live in Germany. So I think it is only natural and expected that the first company I'm going to talk about is Schachenmayr. Now, for our American friends, or just general our friends across the pond, who may have seen different YouTubers who got that yarn from maybe from the Hobbii website, because I know that for a while Hobbii did sell some Schachenmayr, and maybe you've got them from Webs, because I know that Webs hold them. The way you pronounce the name, if you're German, where the company is from, is Schachenmayr, not Schachenmayr. You can say whatever you want, and I'm not making fun of your accent. I'm just helping you to pronounce the name correctly. I know when I pronounce a name of a company that is not from my region and I pronounce it wrong, I get a ton of comments of people saying that I have pronounced the name wrong. So I feel that this is my one chance to do that to you guys. And you guys know that I am a big B, so Schachenmayr. Beanie? What's the beanie you're yeah, Jax, you were testing the poncho, so I didn't want to like overwhelm you, but if you're interested, we'll talk about it later. Hi, Lashira, good to see you. So, Schachenmayr. It is Germany's leading brand. It has been producing yarns since 1822. Yes, that company has a very large history, very long history, a very rich history, years and years of innovations, and Schachenmayr continues to inspire new generations today. It ranges in quality. The yarn's quality is they have a warranty on the yarn. Sorry, that's what I'm sorry, my words are escaping me. The entire range of their yarns has a warranty, which is sort of like an assurance, a 10-year quality assurance, which I think is something that a company has to be very, very sure of their yarns to assure something like that. That their yarns have a 10-year durability quality certificate. Designs vary in their yarns, but they inspire engaging all kinds of crafters of all levels. They cater to newbies, people who are just starting out, as well as people who have been crocheting or knitting for years and use those more high-end quality yarns to create larger, more complex pieces. They offer classic and contemporary styles, and they cater to pretty much every taste. The company offers a very large variety of yarns, starting with your everyday acrylic to luxurious merino, alpaca, silk, different wool blends. They have a very, very successful and well-known cotton line. It's called Catania, and it is popular worldwide, specifically in Europe, but it is known worldwide as well. That Catania yarn is 100% combed and mercerized cotton, and it comes in an enormous variety of yarns. They have it in variegated, they have it in stripes, they have it in short changing colors, long changing colors, solids, pattern making. They have like a huge variety of that yarn. That is one of their signature yarns that has been in their collections for years, and of course one of the company's most popular, if not the most popular yarns. They are also the home of Regia. Those of you who make socks or like to work with sock yarn, maybe you've heard of Regia. This is Europe's leading brand in sock yarns, and it features a collection and design including pattern effects, something that's called matching socks. When you get a matching pair of socks from one ball, that for those of you who make socks, you may know that this is a very common problem. You start the ball, you make the first sock, and if you start the second sock from the same point on the ball, your sock would match. So one of the patents that Schachenmayr came up with is matching socks in the same ball of yarn. Part of their efforts to create the best suited yarns for their ever-growing customer pool. They are very customer-oriented. They listen to what their customer need. But there is one thing I will say about Schachenmayr in terms of their self-patterning yarns and things that are like that project that comes perfect directly from the ball. They do cater more to knitters than to crocheters. For example, their self-patterning yarns work as any self-patterning yarn way better with knitting than with crochet. And in general, their designs, they have a larger design of knitting designs than crochet, but you can find crochet on their booklets as well as on their website as well. So I told you guys about the specific patterns that they have and about the pattern of their matching socks. And as I've said, the company's yarns are distributed all over the world, and they are also sold online on various websites, and you could pretty much get them everywhere. This is Germany's #1 leading company, and I think it's one of Europe's biggest as well. Yeah. Catherine is saying Schachenmayr is changing its name to SMC, I think. I wonder why. Yeah, probably because they are going international. Hi, Deb. Good to see you here. Angela is saying 10 years is just in the ball or the garments. Also, who keep their tags that long? Yes. I think it's less that people will actually come with the finished garment and like complain, hey, it hasn't been 10 years and my yarn is worn out. It's more like they are that sure of their yarns that they tell you this will endure, if you treat it correctly, this will endure a minimum of 10 years. Yeah, a perfect socks, it's called. Exactly. That is the perfect socks from Regia. That is a patent by Schachenmayr. Hi, Francie. Good to see you here. That sock yarn sounds interesting. Saying Kim. Yeah, Kim, you are into sock knitting, right? Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Hannah is saying the society who calls for the octopus for premies in Austria only accepts Schachenmayr Catania. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly from the time that I did the octopi last year for octopus for a preemie here in Germany, they also recommend, like, the top yarn that they recommend is Catania by Schachenmayr. It stands up to the highest standards in the European standards. It you know, their yarns hold all the certificates. Like, for those of you who don't live in Europe, this might not mean a lot to you, but for those of you who live in Europe and deal with yarn, you know that there are so many different certificates that the yarns can have in order to like show how much the company stands up to standard. And especially us Germans, we like our certificates and stamps and have all those little symbols at the back of the tag saying my company is held to the higher standards. So yeah, Schachenmayr is exactly all of that. And their Catania yarn is definitely one of the best cottons out there. You would complain just for the giggles, like come with the project, say it hasn't been 10 years yet. Here is my receipt. I bought it like 9.5 years ago and now it's ruined. Oh, it is. It's very good quality, and the prices are very good. So Schachenmayr, just for let me take you. First of all, let me show you. So this is the Schachenmayr Catania. That's that cotton yarn that I'm talking about. When you look at it, you can see that it has a little bit of shine and it looks like sleek. That is because, like I said, it is combed and mercerized cotton. So it has like a very nice finish to the yarn. It feels very soft and it's shiny and sleek in your hand. It's not one of those cottons that like stick on your hooks. Specifically, that one is the Catania color, and if you look at the side of the ball, you will see that on the ball band they have like the little pattern that it makes. It makes sort of like fading stripes of the two colors. But Catania comes in a very, very large selection of colors, and as I've said, a large selection of different patterns that it makes. And for those of you who do make the octopus for a preemie, they make beautiful octopi with the little the different patterns in the yarn. I can show you this is the Schachenmayr website. As you can see, it is in English. It is very international, friendly oriented, and you can see Arnie and Carlos here in the corner with the sock collection that they designed. It says design line by Arnie and Carlos, and it's called Lofoten Color, I guess. That's the yarns that they designed together with Schachenmayr, and I do believe that this is a Regia yarn that they design together. You can see here a small selection of their patterns, but they have many, many more on their website. Right now, you know, mosaic is the trend, so all the latest patterns that they added are all mosaic. You can see that they have things that such as merino yuck, which is a very, very, you know, high-end kind of blend. But they also have your everyday acrylic and cotton yarns, so that's what makes them like a very, very popular company, because they really cater to all needs. They have an abundance of baby yarns. They have premium collections. They have bulky. They have silk. They have lace weight. They have jumbo weight. They really have it all. So that they, as I've said, they have existed for quite a long time, and they are quite popular as well. Comfortable prices for their yarns. They have a lot of those cakes that make a pattern right out of the ball. That is another thing that they are very known for. So it's a yarn that caters more to knitters than to crochet, but it has a pattern on the ball band that if you knit that pattern with that yarn, it will not only give an interesting shape for the shawl that you're making, it will also make this very, very unique design, and the design comes out straight from the ball. You don't have to like color control it or anything. And that is one of the things that they do very, very well, this like right out of the ball design. Actually, if you give me a minute, I will show you. Hey, I'm wearing my Yarniversity shirt. For those of you who want Yarniversity merch, it's available on the Teespring shop. But since we are talking, I have here Schachenmayr Bravo, that is in an acrylic yarn. And that one is making this pattern that you can see here. So if you crochet or knit, mostly knit, because crochet will also make a pattern, it just it wouldn't come out that clear as the knit version. You know, for those of you who know, I don't know, Nordica, is that what it's called, the one that you have there over in the States, that people were saying it works okay with crochet and knit as well. So this one will probably work okay with both as well, but it will make this pattern when you work with it. In the UK, we have to collect those tags and details as well, says Angela, and yep, she's right there. Yes, the Catania has a very satin-like sheen, says Catherine. And Kim Lux loves the fading stripes. And Lisa is saying that is pretty. Hello, Lisa, and hello to Chris. So yeah, Schachenmayr. Again, I live in Germany, so I do have an abundance of their yarns. I'm trying to think if I have one of their cakes right now that I can show you. Those cakes that makes the shawl. I used to have one. It may have been destashed though, so I don't remember. But they are beautiful, those cakes. Yeah, so that's Schachenmayr, and we will move on to the next one. All right, the next company that I wanted to talk about is, I have mentioned this company a few weeks ago, and I said something like, if you live in Europe and you don't know the company, you probably have been living under a rock. I stand behind that statement, but once again, I will say, if you live in Europe and you have not heard of them or come across their yarns at the yarn store when you go shopping, then maybe you've been living under a rock. So these are Lana Grossa. And I'm going to pull up a picture real quick. just so that, you know, you're not gonna just look at me while I chit-chat away about them. So Lana Grossa, this is an Italian company, and from innovative new blends to classic sock yarns, this Italian yarn company offers a wide range of products that appeal to many styles and tastes. The motto, always something special, has made Lana Grossa a worldwide successful specialist for knitting yarns. Every yarn must have its own message, a special structure, a modern image, or a unique function. And that is why Lana Grossa have their yarns produced only by the leading spinning companies of Italy. Now, they get their materials from all over the world, but their spinneries are in, or their mills are in Italy. And as a manufacturer of high quality yarns, animal welfare and sustainability are especially important at Lana Grossa. As a result, all their yarns are not only GOTS certified, but also guaranteed mucin free. The company only works with suppliers who are equally committed to complying with environmental guidelines and fair working conditions. So once again, this will come up very, very often when we talk about European companies. They are all very, very aware of leaving low impact on the environment during the production process, and they all have to stand up to very, very high standards to get all those certifications and those stamps on their yarns, because the European crowd, the European consumers are also very aware, and a very large amount of them will not buy the yarn if it's not certified with those certifications. The company's yarns are produced using advanced technology, and from carding of the fiber and combing all the way to spinning, the entire process of the yarn production is automated. Every spinning mill they partner with every spinning mill they partner with to develop yarn collections contribute its own special expertise and skills. This makes it possible for Lana Grossa to meet the needs of every crafter season after season. And I must say that when it comes to Lana Grossa, they are one company that you are guaranteed to see new things, new ideas, new innovative yarns or new innovative designs every single season. In the fashion, the words made in Italy stand for luxury and high class quality, and Lana Grossa products are no different. They are at the top of the European brand names when it comes to yarns, and there isn't a European yarn lover or yarn snob, I should say, who isn't familiar with their yarns. Granted, their prices are not on the lower range. You have to consider when they are so high quality, using only the best fibers, using the most innovating methods, working with only certified suppliers, then of course, as a result, the yarns are not cheap. But you absolutely get your money worth, because you will get the highest quality finished product at the end. Catherine is saying, one of my favorite projects was the Erigenia shawl with Schachenmayr fashion mix. Expensive but amazing yarn. I don't think did I ever have that one? Fashion mix. I don't think I have it. Rock being lifted, says Angela. Hi, Alice. And hello to Anita. She says, hi, Reggie, and also sorry I'm super late. That's okay, Anita. What is a website that an Americans can purchase German yarn from? Well, as I've said, I linked in the description box below some websites where you can find all the yarns that I just spoke about. Latias Magicas, which I will talk about those specific websites later. But they definitely hold Lana Grossa. I'm pretty sure that Webs hold Lana Grossa as well. I know for sure that Wool Warehouse, well, any European website that ships worldwide will hold Lana Grossa because, as I've said, they are one of the most popular companies in Europe. I will show you their website, and I think I showed you their website a few weeks ago when we were talking about mass-produced hand-dyed yarns, because they have like a collection of those. But this is Filati. This is the official Lana Grossa website, and specifically for Lana Grossa, you can shop for their yarns on this website, on Filati. The website itself is filati-store.com, and that is where you will find Lana Grossa yarns, and they ship worldwide. Okay, so if you shop directly on their website, they will ship your yarns within 24 hours from when you order it. It will already be on its way to you, and that is something they guarantee. So this is their website. You can see that they talk a lot about the different fibers that they use. They have a lot of magazines with designs that are specifically designed for their yarns. You can shop the magazines or the patterns on the website as well. And they have crochet as well as knitting too. So don't here you see I was just in crochet and this beautiful crochet design came up. They cater to both. They are they're not like knit snobs, which is something that I've heard a few people say, that a lot of yarn companies cater more to knitters than to crocheters. But I think in the last few years, a lot of the companies understood that you cannot only cater to knitters and forget about the crocheters, because they are very, very large community and a very, very large buying force. So as you can see, their collection has enormous amount of different things. So it's like anything from, look at this this flat fettuccine style yarn, to those boucle, to something that is a merino alpaca cotton blend that's like luscious and with a lot of halo, to hand dyed, which I was telling you guys about a few weeks ago. And then they have Highland wools, and they have bamboo, and they have like a very, very large variety. This one, for example, it's called Aruba, and it is a cotton and recycled polyamide. Remember, we were talking about recycled fibers a few weeks ago, and once again, Lana Grossa, one of those companies that really, really care about the environment, about living low impact, and they have a lot of these yarns in their collections. So you can definitely just look here on the side on how you can filter the yarns. You can go to new releases and only see the latest collection. So of course, when we go to new releases, we are now in Europe going into fall. And so you'll see more wool blends, more fall colors, more thicker yarns, and of course sock yarn, because winter. But if you will use, the filter here on the side, they have baby yarns of all different kinds. Specifically, the cool wool is something that is very, very popular from Lana Grossa. It is 100% virgin merino wool. And they have the big and easy ones, which are like thick jumbo yarns. One of these balls, these are 100-gram balls that have 100 grams, 100 meters in the ball. This is like a beanie in a ball. You can see the pictures on the tags. So they really do cater to all needs, and they have amazing, amazing yarns of the highest quality. Yes, they are not on the cheap range, but they are highly, highly recommended. wool warehouses in the UK, but I'm pretty sure they hold Lana Grossa yarns, and they ship it worldwide. Kim is saying Webs carries Lana Grossa for sure. And Francie loves the variegated yarns from Lana Grossa. And Chris likes the models. Lovecrafts. I'm pretty sure Lovecrafts hold Lana Grossa as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I put the links to Lovecrafts, Wool Warehouse, Webs, and a few others that I cannot remember right now, but you can just look in the description box below and see. And I put them all in there so that you guys, if you're interested in any of these yarns, you can find them there, and they ship, all those websites ship worldwide, or at least to different areas in the world that are not Europe. So if you're outside of Europe and you are interested in one of those yarns, you can shop there. Specifically, as I've said, Lana Grossa, you can also ship directly on Lana Grossa's website, which is filati-store.com, and they ship worldwide directly from their warehouse, which I think it probably will be cheaper than buying it on a different website. Oh, I also put La Tierras Magicas on the description box below, which is it's just a website that I think you should all know. You can get so many European brands on there for cheap. Just checking, cause I'm a buy from European only. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So that was Lana Grossa, and I hope they left a good impression on you, because they are absolutely one of my favorite companies. And now I'm going to talk about a company that is a little smaller, and I think even those of you who are in Europe may not have heard of. However, they have slowly verged into the European market. You can already find their yarns on a few European websites that ship them Europe-wide, and some websites that even ship them worldwide. They started as a small company in Finland, and I seriously have not heard of them until very, very recently. But ever since I have heard of them, I keep going back to the website and looking at the amazing collection that they have, and they are just they look amazing. They look like something that should be all over Europe, but they probably are not yet, just because they're still like maybe new to the European market, and until now only sold in Finland. On their website, so if you shop directly from their website, they do offer free shipping inside of the EU on orders over 50 euros. So if you're inside the European Union, you can shop directly on their website, and over 50 euros, you will have free shipping. And if you want to shop their yarns from anywhere else in the world, like I said, check out the description box below for the links, and that company is called Novita. Novita is the larger manufacturer of yarns in the Nordic countries. It is a family business which was established in 1928, so it's not a new business, it's just new to the European open market, or maybe not as known to the European open market. So Ernst Gulfe, who started the company, he studied the making of worsted spun yarn in the UK. And upon his return to Finland, he founded his own company and started spinning yarns in what was then the Sea Cable Hall in the little town where he lived. Once worsted spun yarn had found its way onto the needles and into the hearts of Finns, the company acquired land for the factory in Helsinki in 1935. During, which is a bit of a, you know, shitty timing, because as you know, shortly after World War II started and during World War II, the company ran out of raw materials because, you know, there was no supply into Europe. But nobody was laid off. The employees kept busy by knitting socks to keep the soldiers' feet warm. We spoke about that when we talked about crochet history, for those of you who were here for that live. And so all the employees kept their job through the war. Today, Novita is an ever-growing Finnish family-owned company. It is still owned by the same family, fourth generation, and the owner today, Daniela, currently runs the business. Her sister and her brother are also closely involved in the board of directors. The company is passionate about sustainable developments and reducing the environmental load of its operation to a minimum, and they invest heavily in renewable energy sources and purchase the raw materials such as wool from nearby regions. So they work with local suppliers inside of Finland, which once again, I think it's very nice that it contributes to the local industry and not just importing from outside. They also participate in various charities and charitable projects every year in order to promote causes that are close to their hearts. And I find that very, very important to know that the supplier that you're buying from is not only taking your money, it's also doing something good with it. The Novita team handles the entire production process from raw wool to the final ball of yarn. Now, how many yarn companies do you know that can say that? The company's spinning mill in Finland manufactures 1 million kilograms or 1 million kilograms or 10 million balls of yarn per year. Novita yarns tell a story of Nordic roots, family, and inspiration. The yarn range includes an irresistible collection of the finest fibers expertly spun and dyed in Finland using the latest earth-friendly technology. Inspired by the magic of northern nature, these yarns are exceptional, and it is a great example of Finnish high-quality products. Now, I have to show you their website. For those of you who know, I don't know how many of you, do you know the Moomin Troll? They have like a whole collection that's dedicated to the Moomin family, which I thought was so adorable. But yeah, look at their yarns, you look at their designs, you can see the Nordic influence in the designs, in the colors. And I wanted to take you to see, one second. So I wanted to show you the classic collection. And you can see that they pretty much have your everyday yarns, your DK, your worsted weight, but this is not acrylic. They are all either wool or wool blends. They are, of course, we are talking Nordic countries here. They are all set to be, you know, durable, warm, hold the winter. A lot of sock yarns, beanie yarns, scarf yarns, and so on, which I think is an exceptional example of how the location of the company, or where the company is from, or where the yarns are produced, caters to the country that it is in. You know what I mean? I hope that came out in a way that you can, you know, that you follow my train of thought. But as you can see, they have a lot of solids, they have self-striping, they have pattern making yarns, they have fade yarns. I do believe that they also have some tweeds, and they have some sparkle yarns, they have baby yarns, and the prices, they range from about 5 euros to 8 euros a ball, I think, which is maybe not the cheapest for one ball of yarn, but definitely reasonable for what the yarn is. Hi, Julie. Good to see you. Hello, Linda. Hi to Ursula. DOY raid. Oh, hi. Hi to everyone coming in from DOY. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up when you come in. Good to see you all here. Alice is saying the mummies scared her as a kid. Used to think they were ghosts. And Angela says she loves the mummies. Wow, big collection of yarns. Yes, they have a very large collection. And it's like this. It's on one side, it's like these everyday yarns, you know, when you say, oh, that's nothing special. It's like a regular DK in different in a range of colors. Every company pretty much has that. But then you think, wait, but this is not like your everyday acrylic. This is DK weight, but they are all some kind of wool blends, and they all have this like Nordic feel. And as I've said, they're all from suppliers inside Finland, made in Finland, 100% made in Finland, which I think it's amazing. Hi, Vera. I don't know if I said hi to you before, but hi anyway. So that was Novita, and on the blog, for those of you who are interested, you can go later on and see. I posted a video from their YouTube channel. Now, they have a YouTube channel, but granted, it is all in Finnish. So don't expect, like, unless you speak the language, I wouldn't, expect to understand too much of what's going on there. But they did have one video where they show their production line. So from fiber to skein in like 2 minutes. So if you're interested in watching that video, it is on the blog, and you can play it from there. I thought it was very interesting. Catherine is saying, but it is hard to find a nice range of colors in the same yarn and weight, especially ones that aren't acrylic. Yes, I agree, which I thought was great that they have such a large range of colors. They also have patterns on their website, but they do, like, the patterns on the website do cater more to knitters. So for those of you who knit, because in the northern regions of Europe, so Scandinavia area, what we call, knitting is definitely more popular than crocheting, and those Nordic designs, those Nordic sweaters, what we call them, this is like the most popular kind of designs in those Nordic regions. So that is mostly what you will find on their website in terms of patterns. All right. So I'm just reminding you all, I said that before, for those of you who came in late, we are starting a new series today where every week we will talk about yarn companies from a different place in the world. We are starting with Europe because I am in Europe. I did say in the beginning, of course, I cannot cover all the yarn companies in Europe. I took a selection that I think represents a large variety of companies, and I intend to do so with the other continents that we will talk about during the series. We will, however, stop one time in the middle of the series, which is next week. So next Sunday, the 10th of October, is my Halloween game show. And I did say on next Sunday on the game show, we're only going to do Halloween game show. So if you come back to today's video to comment to enter into today's giveaway, the winner for that will not be chosen next week, but 2 weeks from today. And the prize for today's giveaway is this light up interchangeable crochet hook that I showed you guys 2 weeks ago, but that prize was not claimed. The person who won it never contacted me, So it's up for grabs again. Ursula is saying, Tina Thorvaldar also used the Nordic yarns to crochet her mosaic patterns with. Very interesting. Oh, I should look into that. Where is Yarngate based? Yarngate? What's Yarngate? I'm sorry. Is that a new website that I need to check out? I have no idea. All right. The next company I want to talk about is, well, again, a disclaimer. I have no idea how to pronounce their name correctly. I think they are called Gedifra. But they are an Italian company, so I might be totally butchering it and pronouncing it wrong. And if there's anyone here who knows how this company's name should be pronounced, feel free to correct me. You just found it online. Send me a link. I'll love to look into that. So I think they are called Gedifra. And that is another Italian-based company dedicated to produce only high-quality luxury products. This is the kind of yarn that you buy when you want to splurge or treat yourself. So if you are a knitter or a crocheter and you buy their yarns on regular basis, then you must have a very good income because, yes, they are expensive. This company embodies the combination of modern technology and old traditions. They produce innovative yarns and exceptional quality using only the world's best fibers, all the while embracing an ethical approach towards animals and the environment in all aspects of their production, including sourcing only from fiber growers who respect animals. Now, when you take all of that into consideration, when you only use the highest quality materials and only source from certified suppliers, then yes, that severely raises the price of the yarn. With a wide range of yarns and designs that can be enjoyed by the beginner or the experienced crafter, they strive to inspire those who are always busy juggling work, travel, and family to help use their hobby to express their interest in fashion. So they are very, very fashion oriented. They have interesting designs in their yarns. All their yarns are so luscious. They are unbelievably soft. I mean, some of them really, they are like touching a cloud. And I have had some of them, but as I've said, this is something that I buy when I want to splurge because their yarns come in 50 grams and sometimes in 25 grams, which is like an insanely small amount. And the prices are high. In their collection, you will find a large range of wools and wool blends from merino to alpaca and cashmere, all of course of the highest quality. And Gedifra yarns are all super soft, as I've just said. They are also extremely delicate, and that is something the company is very, very proud of. It is like prestige yarn. The latest addition to their collection is the amazing mohair alpaca silk blend that you see at the bottom of the picture that I put there. This is a hand dyed in an indie style kind of yarn. So yes, they are a yarn company. They are not an indie dyer. They are not an independent supplier, but they produce this one yarn that is dyed in a hand dyed look. And I think that's their attempt to, you know, range into that something that became very, very popular within the yarny community worldwide. More and more people are interested in hand-dyed yarns, and more of the bigger companies try to produce yarns that look hand-dyed or hand-dyed style to cater to those people who prefer something like that, but still keeping the very, very high quality associated with their company name. So as you may have figured, these are on the very high and more expensive side of the price range. The yarns comes, as I've said, in balls of 50 grams or less. So the price is high and the amount is not big, but that is exactly what you would expect from a luxurious first-class posh company. And I think that is true not only with yarn companies. I think that is true to a lot of other companies that produce things that are very, very small and cost a lot of money. Alice is saying that Yarngate is located in Bulgaria, it seems. I love that. I buy from Pleta in Bulgaria and from Yarn Streets in Latvia, and from Vilrita, I think also in Latvia. They have very, very nice mainly made in Turkey yarns, but also other ones. But they hold a very large variety and they ship all over Europe. Also saying Tina Torvaldar loves to use Letopi. Yeah, I know that one. It's also a Nordic yarn. I know that Knitting Traditions love the same yarn. Yeah, it is. Letopi is Icelandic, from Iceland. Hi, Claptrap. Welcome in. Any ideas for good, strong, washable, soft yarns for 100 degrees weather? Any ideas for good, strong, washable, soft yarns for 100 degrees? Anything that's cotton or bamboo. I would definitely recommend Hobbii because I always recommend Hobbii. But anything that's plant-based will definitely be good for that kind of weather. Thanks, Alice. All right, Catherine, have a nice dinner. Thanks for being here. Hi, Lori. Just came in from Aldi. Did you go shopping? What did you get? Groceries. Googled European yarn companies and it came up. All right. When I Google European yarn companies, the first ones that come up are all the ones in Germany. So I think that's like your, Google finding out what will be more relevant to you. Chris is saying maybe viscose. Yes, viscose, definitely lightweight. And hemp, flex, I totally agree. On second thought, it looks like it might be wholesale. I will have to take a look at it later, Alice. All right, so that is, I wanted to show you their website. 1 second. So that's their website. That's Gedifra. And, oh, wait, let me put it a little bit down so you can see that's them. Yes. Now you can see the logo. You can see, they have their philosophy on the front page and all their yarns. And I wanted to show you their latest collection. This is the fall winter 21-22 collection. You can see that kid suri yarn that I was telling you guys about. That's like in hand-dyed look. But you can see that their yarns, they have bulky, they have fingering weight, they have decay, they have worsted, they have cakes, they have with halo, without halo, but all, I must say, very, very, very soft. I have not come across one of their yarns that I've held in my hands and didn't go, oh my god, that's soft. The Lana 142 is something that resembled what I was telling you about from Schachenmayr with the pair of socks from one ball. and it's called Lana Mia 142. It is 80% superwash virgin wool and 20% polyamide, and one ball will make you a pair of knitted socks, and they will also match because you know that is the whole point of that yarn. That is why it's called 1 for 2. You can make two matching socks out of the one yarn. And that is like the high-end version of that Schachenmayr patent yarn. Ursula says she loves viscose yarn. I do too. Mostly groceries, but I did get a candle. Ooh. Nice. All right. So that was Gedifra. I hope you guys like it. They have they had one yarn in their collection a while ago that I really want to try, but it has been sadly discontinued. It had like only recycled materials in there, but it cost like, it was like a 25-gram ball, and it cost like €8 for one ball of 25 grams. So if you actually wanted to make something substantial out of it, you will have to pay like an insane amount of money for a decent amount of yarn to actually make something out of it. And I couldn't really decide what I was gonna make with it that will take the least amount that I will have to buy. So I ended up not buying it, and then it was discontinued. So I was very disappointed, but still their yarns are amazing. Do we do the same thing for the lighted crochet hook? Yeah, you come back to the video once it goes into replay like you do every week, and you leave a comment down below. And this week I asked you guys to let me know about the companies that we're talking about today. If you had experience with any of them before, and what was the experience? Was it good? Was it bad? What do you think about them? And so on. So if you joined in late, hi, I'm Reggie. This is Yarniversity. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would very much appreciate it if you subscribe, and the little join button next to the subscribe button will tell you everything you need to know about our special membership program, which will give you special perks on the channel that other subscribers don't get. Next week, Yarniversity, next week there will not be Yarniversity. Instead, there will be the Halloween game show, same place, same time. And if anyone is still interested in donating a prize to that, you have until a day before the game show to contact me and set that up. I will not be accepting people on the game show this time saying they want to contribute something, because I'm going to plan the game show according to the amount of prizes that I have to give away. Yes, Deb, this one. When this live goes into replay, you come back and comment down below. Timing off 10 minutes. I have no idea what you're talking about, Angela. All right, so that. Right, the next company I want to talk about, you have all heard me talk about many times. I have mentioned them a lot. I've shown yarn I've got from them. I made different designs with their yarns. Those of you who follow me on Instagram have seen different things where I said that I made them with this and that yarn. And these are Katya. Now, I know Katya are definitely available worldwide in different yarn stores. So if you shop for yarns at a local yarn shop and not in a big box store, you've probably come across their yarns. They have an enormous collection. They're one of the European companies that hold more yarns in the collection than others that I know. Oh, okay, I get it, Angela. And yes, they are one of my absolute favorite European companies to buy from. They are based in Barcelona, and the company was founded in 1951. But it wasn't until the early 70s that it started to expand outside of Spain and gain some international attention. As the interest grew outside of Spain and the customer circle has expanded, Katja started publishing its own pattern magazine with unique designs to go along with the company's yarn collection. And today you cannot walk into a yarn store in Europe without seeing Katja yarns. They are literally everywhere. The companies aim to innovate and to promote the love of handmade items through knitting and crocheting that pretty much put them on the shelves in every single yarn store. Their yarn is unique, high quality, and so fun to work with. I gotta say, they have one of the most fun collections, like novelty yarns, yarns that have like a little wink to them, yarns that make special effects, yarns that work, like I said, one project out of the ball, that you really don't have to do anything but to work the stitches. They are very, very innovative in that sense. They have so many weights, and an amazing selection of styles. They have chunky wools for colorful sweaters. They have ribbon yarns for homeware. They even have their own in-house high-end brand that's called Katja Concept, with luxury fiber and a natural approach. And so they have their 100% acrylic, they have their cottons and bamboos, they have their wool blends, and then they have these like high-end yarns. They really have everything. They hold one of the largest collection of yarns. They have yarns with marl effect, with shine, spray colors, tweed, multicolor, lightweight tape yarns, pom-pom yarns. They have chenille. They have everything. And they have an extremely versatile collection. And as a big mass production company, Katja holds the largest, as I've said, of natural fibers and recycled yarns in Europe. So in addition to the fact that they have a huge collection in general, out of all the European companies, they are the biggest in terms of recycled and natural fibers. The latest addition to that collection is their Ecos line, featuring recycled yarn produced in a minimum environmental impact method. And I showed you their yarn of theirs when we were talking about recycled yarns. According to Katja, Ecos is the most sustainable yarn in the world because it's created to reduce our global footprint on the planet. You can knit and crochet your creation in unique colors that are not dyed. So the yarn is undyed, but it's still produced in a variety of colors and therefore made without water consumption or chemical products. And 50% of the energy that is used to produce that yarn comes from solar energy, hence reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So they call it the most environmental friendly yarn in the world. Katja works only with animal-friendly fiber suppliers. I told you guys that pretty much every company in Europe that respects itself and wants to succeed in the European market has to guarantee that, because the European consumers look at those kind of things. They are guaranteeing a mulesing-free production process and making sure the final product stands up to the highest standards of the European industry. Of course, their yarns are all GOTS certified. For those of you who do not know, GOTS is the Global Organic Textile Standard. So GOTS. The very large selection of yarns from different fibers, weights, colors, style, combined with the comfortable prices, because really their prices, the value for money with Katja is certainly unbeatable in the European market. They are easy to find everywhere, so they are also easy to access, and that makes them one of the most popular companies in Europe, and I think also in the world, because as I've said, they have verged out of Europe over the past few years, and they are available in a large number of countries outside of the European Union. So I'm pretty sure that they are already known worldwide. If you are outside of the EU and you are interested in getting Katya and it is not available at your local yarn store, you can get it, or I think the best way to buy it and have it shipped worldwide would be La Tierras Mágicas, and I put the link to that website in the description box below, because they have the best prices for the yarn, and they ship it worldwide, and they ship it very, very fast too. Catherine is saying she loves Katya yarns, and Ursula is saying, oh, Katya is definitely available here in our local yarn stores. For us, it is more high-end because of the price we need to pay for it. I do believe that the price there is probably higher due to it being imported. Claptrap is saying she loves all the Katya yarns, wool blends, and cotton that she has bought. And yeah, Katya pattern books are great too. I agree. I have only seen Katya in online stores here in the UK. Maybe it's where I live. That can be. But yes, as I've said, they are available in a very large variety of online stores. Katya sounds like Lion Brand, except the high-end stuff, says Lori. And Catherine says Schachenmayr and Katya are the two brands you will find in any little yarn store here. Yeah, a local yarn store here. That is correct. And Shipkies is it is funny. It is harder to find. I think Shipkies is more available like in our area, probably like Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, maybe, but again, not as common. I wish American consumers looked more for environmental impacts on our goods. I wish everyone in the world would, Lori. Ursula is saying, wow, the description you read sounds like too good to be true, and a plot for an action movie where the spy finds out they are actually alien. Ursula. Hi Maria, welcome in. In the 90s, Katya was the only one to have young, stylish patterns and colors. Crochet and knit were a bit grandma-ish then. Yeah, I agree. I mean, ever since I came across Katya, I was always very, very happy with them. I was amazed at the amount of novelty yarns that they have. You know, yarns that have like different like thick and thin pom-pom yarns, boucle, yarns with different strands in them, like changing materials, you know, that suddenly it's fluffy, suddenly it's not. Eyelash yarns, they have like a huge collection inside their collection, a huge amount of novelty yarns, and it's not like seasonal. They have it all the time. They always come up with new ones and new ones and new ones. And in the summertime, they have the amazing collection of summer yarns of plant-based fibers with bamboo and cotton and viscose and hemp, and like they are amazing in the amount of in their selection, you know, in the variety that they offer. It's just it's uncomparable in terms of like the other companies that are common here in the yarn stores. So when you walk into a yarn store here, you will most likely see Katya, and you will most likely see Schachenmayr, which is, you know, what Catherine was saying, and you will most likely see Rowan, which we'll talk about Rowan later on. But those are like the brands that you will probably see in each one of the stores. And the reason why Katya is so successful is because it caters to literally everyone. Like whatever your favorite go-to yarn is, they have it, and it's in a good price, and it also comes in a big big balls, big cakes, big like amounts. You know, all of you like me that like one ball projects. Yeah, Katya is my Asgard shawl that I have designed. I literally like made it up while I was sitting on Ursula's live a few months back, and it was a Katya yarn that I was working on, and it was like so. You really didn't have to, like, the yarn spoke and the entire shawl was made out of this one cake. I didn't have to like attach a new one or anything. They had big amounts, beautiful colors, amazing selection of fibers. I think that's, their secret. Nico is saying, stuck in quarantine and ended up looking for more eco-friendly yarn instead of using acrylic yarn for projects. That is amazing. Yay for more plant-based, more eco-friendly, more recycled yarns. If you're interested in suggestions, I have the Yarniversity from a few weeks ago about recycled yarns, and the Yarniversity from, I think it was somewhere in January or February, when we talked about vegan fibers. You can go back and watch them. Those are still, of course, on the channel. And there's a huge amount of recommendations in there. Yes, use more eco-friendly yarns. Ursula is saying the Asgard gel is still one of her favorite patterns. I love it too, but it was all spur of the moment kind of pattern, right? You guys were there. You saw it. You saw it live. You were witnessing it. Chris is saying, yes, this one is right up my alley as I'm trying to use up and migrate away from the acrylic yarns I have. Yes, definitely try Katya. They have an amazing selection. Okay. So that was Katya. Did I open their website to show you? No, I didn't. Okay, sorry. Hi, Jana. Welcome in. I did, however, put a video on the blog. Once again, I embedded a video from Katya Yarn's YouTube channel. By the way, Katya Yarns has a YouTube channel, and their channel is partially in English. So they do a lot of stuff, like different tutorials on their YouTube channel. So if you're interested, you should definitely go subscribe to their channel. But I did take one video from their channel and embed it in the blog that I thought was really nice. It had like a really nice concept. It's like a recipe for what was it? A recipe for a warm winter, or a recipe for a fun winter, something like that. And I thought it was a really cute video, so I wanted to share it with you all. So the next company I want to talk about is Viking of Norway, also known as Viking Garn. The word Garn in German and also in other European languages means yarn. So it pretty much means Viking yarn. But around the world or on other websites that ship internationally, they are known as Viking of Norway. It is, as you guessed, a Norway-based company. And once again, I want to pull up a picture before I start talking about them. Give you a little eye candy. Isn't she gorgeous? Yes, so this is Viking of Norway, and this is one of Norway's leading yarn companies. Their aim is to offer high-quality yarns in good prices, which I think is something all of us yarn lovers can relate to. The company's raw materials are sourced from all over the world. They have bamboo and cotton from China. They bring their Highland wool from Peru. They have a large selection of other wools from England, South Africa, and Australia. And it's all the raw materials are then brought into the factory in Norway. and spawn and produced there. The yarns themselves are great representation of the Scandinavian chic, as you can see in the picture. They are deliciously warm wool, and it is combined with a large range of colors, a lot of primary shades, and of course it is great for this kind of Nordic styles, jumpers, tunics, sweaters, and so on. And if you're not sure what to make or what pattern will best suit the yarn that you chose, the company offers a huge selection of patterns, especially and specifically designed to fit their yarns. So they have designers they work with to design patterns that are oriented towards their yarns, so that when you buy from them you will already have a project in mind, or if you bought from them and don't have a project in mind, you will have a easier time finding one. That's something they have a whole design section in the company, and their design section is something that they are extremely proud of. The design section of the company won several design awards, and it is ever striving to be the leading pack of the European knit fashion. So yes, we spoke about Novita before, so we said Scandinavian yarn companies are more catering towards knitters. Of course, you can use the yarns and make a lot of crochet items as well. As Ursula said before, you can definitely create Nordic style crochet as well, but their pattern or the design section of the company is definitely more knit oriented. Viking yarn is sold at specialist retails around Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and it is available at a selection of online shops with worldwide shipping options. And some of those shops are the ones that I have linked in the description box below for you. I do know that you can get Viking of Norway yarns on Hobbii. I know you can get them on Rito. And I'm pretty sure, but not 100% sure, that you can also get them on Lovecrafts. Linda is saying it's gorgeous, and Angela loves the jumper. She says it's stunning, shame it's knitted. Roberta says, I think the reason that acrylic is so popular is because it can be washed, dried in a dryer, and requires no special handling. Yes, Roberta, but I do think that in Europe that's less of an issue when it comes to yarn. We'll talk about it in just a little bit when I'll talk about like European-oriented yarns. Ursula is saying, does that lean body come with a yarn order? If so, I'm ordering today. Ursula. Jana is saying, wow, my hubby's mom is half Norwegian and half Swedish. I need to get some Viking yarn. Oh, that is one reason to get it. Yes, Hobbii does sell some of the Viking yarn. I know they definitely do, but I don't think they sell the whole collection. Alice will also jump on the chance if you get the body along with the yarn. All right, Claudia, enjoy your new project. Jana would prefer to have the height along with the yarn. Catherine is saying, indeed, Roberta, it's also a lot cheaper usually, but especially the fact that it doesn't felt is a big factor for me. Yeah, I think a lot of people in Europe in general, I mean, it's not that we don't buy acrylic. We buy acrylic. We have just as much acrylic as any other place. The companies here include acrylic in their big companies, the big box companies, or the ones that are more mass produced, include acrylic in their collection. However, I do think that in terms of general European popularity, I think wools and wool blends are more popular in Europe. I think it has to do with the weather, and I think it also has to do with the fact that, yes, you take into consideration the washer dryer kind of thing, but there's more like orientation towards a high quality end product that will endure for a long time if I treat it correctly. So I will take the chance, and wash it by hand every time and treat it correctly. But I will have something that will keep me very, very warm and be very, very high quality and have all these, alpaca, and yuck and all those fibers that are like maybe a little bit more on the high end scale of the fiber, scale. But I think they are more popular here in Europe than they are, for example, in the US, because it's like I said before, people here are more like conscious about these kind of things. Like they're more conscious about the materials they're using, the quality of the materials they're using, the durability of the materials they're using, as well as, impact on the surroundings, high standards, standing up to all those certifications and so on. People really care about the certifications on the yarn here. It only applies to some acrylic, to some yarn, says Claptrap. More than half of my acrylic is not machine washable, and particularly none are dryable. I think the price is deciding factor, and also allergies, says Claptrap. Hi Stephanie, welcome in. I'm getting some cleaning done while lurking and listening. All right, lurkers are welcome here. Alice is saying, I'm working on the body, almost lost 1 stone this month. So close. We are with you there, Alice. Angela is saying, girls, don't wish for height. It costs more in yarn to make the jumper if you're taller. Good thinking there, Angela. Alice is saying, we also have more tradition in working with natural materials, I think. Yes, I think it's stronger here in Europe, that like work with natural materials, low impact, and all that stuff. And you pay for quality, exactly. Ursula is saying, Tina was saying that they wash items less and tend to just clean the spot. So too much washing is not popular unless really necessary. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of things that are wool. I just wash them by hand, and what I do is like, again, I wear a lot of knits and a lot of what we call strick pullovers. So I have a lot of like wool based items in my wardrobe. I suffer from cold. Like as soon as it get cold, if it was possible to hibernate through winter, I would. I would be the first person to go into hibernation. I really suffer from cold. I hate the cold. The only good thing about winter is snow, and I only wish that snow could come without the low temperature. And I was also saying the only good thing about fall is the colors and the fact that I get to wear all my crochet stuff. Like anything else about fall, I totally hate. So yeah, I'm that kind of person. So I have a lot of wool, and what I do is when I have 5 or 6 items that need to be washed, I fill up the bathtub, I wash them all by hand at once, and that's that, and then they're washed. But like I don't wash each of them separately, because then I will constantly be washing things by hand. Also, I do have the wool setting on my washing machine. I don't know if all washing machines have them, but my washing machine has a wool setting. Things that are less delicate and have wool in them, I wash that way, and then I lay them flat to dry. Ellie's glad she's barely 5 feet. Chris is saying, my observation is both men and women wear a lot nicer clothes than we do in the States. says Chris. And Andy Vernon says, I think part of the reason that acrylic is used wildly in the USA is that many of those learning to create clothing and items buy what they can afford. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, acrylic is probably the cheapest yarn that you can get your hands on. In the US, it varies geographically, says Mocha. The further away from a location that raises wool animals, the least likely they are to use wool because of access and price. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. John is saying, I also don't think sheep raising is highly popular in the States. Maybe in the North, mostly cattle, although cotton is very popular in the US. Yeah, I think, like I said, that's part of what this series is about, to understand what's popular and what's more, what's considered mass produced and what's considered like high price, low price in different places. If you want to donate items in the US, they basically are required to be acrylic. The charities that take crocheted or knit hats, blankets, scarves, etc., specify no knit natural fibers. Really? Okay. Because of allergies? Probably because of allergies. Or care. It could also be because of care. Hot Flash City. Claudia says, I'm in deep South Texas. No sheep, no goats, no wool animals, and there are no yarn shop in my area. Oh, boo about no yarn shop, but I can totally understand, you know, in Texas, no wools. Why, like, I don't think you would need that. There's probably a larger collection of plant-based and vegan fibers there. I mean, I would hope that, you know, you have more of the cotton. I know that in Florida, for example, they prefer to use more of those cotton, bamboo, like light, airy kind of yarns. Allergy care and huge factor, yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. All right, so that was Viking of Norway, or Viking Garn. And now we get to talk about my absolute favorite yarn company, and you guys all know which one I'm talking about. And of course, when talking about European companies, I could not have left them out. I had to have them in there. They had to be included, and I'm sure it doesn't come as a surprise to any of you. And this is, of course, Hobbii. Now, Hobbii is a Danish company, so they are based in Denmark, so they're actually pronounced Hobbii. I know that when I watch other YouTubers, specifically in the US and Canada, wondering if they are Hobbii or Hobbii, they are Hobbii, just so you know. Despite it being a very new company in the European market, it was established in 2015, for those of you who do not know. They managed to find their way all the way to the very top very, very quickly. This company started as an online-only shop, and how many companies can you say that started as an online-only shop and took over the entire world so fast? So until very, very recently, their yarns were sold exclusively online, and only lately they have started to open their very few brick and mortar store locations, currently only in Denmark and Germany. But the company today has 170 employees, and they expect to open another 60 stores within the next three years, both in Denmark and abroad. So their plan is to actually have brick and mortar stores, about 60 more. They currently have 5, I think, 3 in Denmark and 2 in Germany. And they expect to extend up to 60 within 3 years. And they want to open them like worldwide. So I'm very interested to find out where the other Hobbii stores will be. So from the beginning, they aimed towards the international market, offering delivery in a large number of countries and guaranteeing relatively short delivery times. And remember, we are talking before COVID. Yeah, right? They were established in 2015, and before everything that's going on right now, their shipping times were extremely fast outside of the EU. Inside the EU, it's like a 1-day delivery. I order from them, the next day I already have my yarn. The company's headquarters is located in Copenhagen, Denmark, where all products are designed and all orders are packed and shipped from. The yarns themselves are produced mainly in Turkey, South America, and Asia. So they don't actually produce the yarn in-house. They don't actually have their own mill. They have suppliers that produce their designs. So they have a team of designers who design yarn, and I think that's really cool. And those designers then work together with the mills to create the final product. The secret to Hobbii's great success is a very high quality product they offer, combined with comfortable prices. They always have a sale. Those of you who shop regularly at Hobbii know that. A large variety of yarns from different kinds and an extremely customer oriented approach, which I think there's no other. I have not come across any other yarn company that has such a customer oriented approach. While many companies cater and design mostly to knitters, Hobbii equally designs for crocheters as well as knitters, and even runs crochet along and offer a substantial amount of free crochet patterns on their website. They are not only young in terms of the company's age. For those of you who do not know, they are also very young in their marketing approach, meaning they are extremely active on social media, something that a lot of the bigger, maybe older yarn companies are a little late to the party in that term. They are currently in touch with their customers. They have their own YouTube channel. They do YouTube lives. They create hashtags for each one of their products. They encourage customers to post pictures, videos, and they even give you a chance to win prizes if you post things with their hashtags. They are really working very hard to become your favorite yarn shop, including an unprecedented policy. For those of you who do not know, Hobbii has a 100% full satisfaction or your money back guaranteed, always. So that's like, I don't know any other company that does that. You know, maybe when we spoke about Schachenmayr before and we said like, they guarantee that their yarns or the finished product will hold for a minimum of 10 years. But that is like, they give you a certificate of like, our yarns are good enough to hold for 10 years. Here, Hobbii saying, if you are not 100% satisfied after you use it, you get your money back. In their collection, you will find literally everything. From plant-based and vegan fibers, you get recycled, you get upcycled, you get wools, you get exciting wool blends, all kinds of innovative, you know, chain net yarns, bulky yarns, jumbo yarns, flakes, mohair with halo, without halo, this kind of acrylic and that kind of acrylic, bamboo blends. They literally have everything. You go on their website, you are guaranteed to fill up your cart. They have, you know, fluffy chenille, velvet, tape yarns. They have ribbon yarns. They have all kinds of, really a lot. And in addition, Hobbii has many seasonal yarns and holiday collections, which is something that I, again, find very unique to Hobbii. They would come up with some yarn in very limited edition, like the Dahlia Halloween that I showed you guys on Wednesday. And they will come up with that yarn and it will only be on sale until it is sold out, and then you cannot get it anymore, which makes you feel like you know, this like unrepeated colorways. They come up with something special for the holidays. They lure you in, which is why once you start buying from them, you literally end up buying, like placing orders once a month, and yeah, they are addictive. And of course that hangs on their amazing quality and their incredible selection. So it is really no wonder that they become such a success in such a short time. And really, at this point, I think that you can't even say the sky's the limit for them, because I don't think it is. I think they literally just started. I mean, the company is what, 2015? They're 6 years old. So just think where they can still get. I think it's amazing. All right, let me go all the way back. Where were we? Also saying, I think as soon as something has to be transported, prices go up. I agree. US charity and acrylic, it's care, allergies, and durability, says Lori. They never know if the recipient may have allergy. Okay, yeah, so that is why they always... Yeah, Mocha already knew what we were talking about before we started, right? Everybody loves Hobbii. It's a square in the middle of downtown La Grande. I don't know the address. You're not. Okay, you're not talking to me. I was like, what is she talking about? Yes, Rito Hobbii definitely has good yarns too. Now, Reggie, you have to pronounce it right, says Catherine. A lot of the reason is the care and allergy. Yeah, I think we established that. Lori saying, I think Europeans who have never lived or traveled in the US can't comprehend the size and the climate diversity here. Yeah, I totally agree, Lori. I think it's really hard to tell without actually being there and understanding what it means when you like the distances between things. Okay, Linda, you're probably already gone, but thanks for being here. Mocha is saying, my love for Hobbii knows absolutely no limits. I have to be dead broke to not order from them at least once a month. They are part of my budget. Yeah, same here. And sometimes more than once a month. I keep asking in their live video to set up a shop in the UK. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably on it. Like I said, they are planning to open a lot of shops. What would be a good yarn to start with from Hobbii? I have never ordered, as I got confused by their website. It depends on what kind of yarns you like. If you tell me what kind of yarns you like, I'll tell you the names of the yarn you should get. I love every yarn I've ever gotten from Hobbii. I think, Julie, same here. Yeah, I think once you start ordering from them, you cannot stop. I love Knitting Network customer service. It has been fantastic. Sorry, I saw in their website that they don't send abroad because of COVID. Oh, Knitting Network. Okay. Yeah, I guess we all love Hobbii. And Roberta is saying they ship free to the US if you order over $75. Ah, that's good to know. I think inside Europe it's over 60 euros. Acrylic, bamboo, alpaca. Well, in terms of acrylic, Cookie, that's all these behind me, these cakes here. Cookie is one of my favorite, all-time favorite acrylics. Also Horizon, those are these two cakes that you see here, this one and that one. This is a DK self-striping yarn. Or Butterfly, these are these two blue cakes here, also self-striping, but these are like gradient cakes. So this is self-striping, it makes stripes that repeat themselves, and this is like gradient cake, so it starts with one color and fades all the way out to a different color. Those are in terms of acrylic. If you're saying bamboo, so well, they have a bamboo yarn. I think it's called maybe it's cotton bamboo. It's an amazing yarn. I highly recommend their Tencel bamboo, which is an everything with Tencel is amazing, but just think the most shiny, luscious, soft yarn you've ever held in your hand. In terms of alpaca, they have alpaca silk, which I really like. I've made a wrap out of it, and it used to be, it was for a few weeks. Imogen was wearing it, that red alpaca wrap that I made. They have really, really good alpaca. And Highland wool also, Highland wool from Hobbii is also very, very luscious yarn. Also, I don't know if they're still selling Zephyra, but they have their Divinia yarn, and that is a cotton alpaca merino blend. And I think, if I remember correctly, at least until yesterday, it was still on sale, Divinia. And if you get that, that is a serious addiction danger there to that yarn. That is like the luscious sweater yarn that you can get for winter time. Only thing that annoyed me about Hobbii is the basic acrylic range. Why only 50 grams at over 3 euros to compare? Hayfield Decay is usually 100 grams and closer to. Yeah, that is, you know, I mean, you live in Europe. Don't you know that European standards are like 50-gram balls is, that's what we get here in the stores from all companies, not just from Hobbii. I don't know, maybe in the UK it's different. Manarola, definitely. Love Manarola. Horizon. And the Rainbow Bamboo. Yeah, Rainbow Bamboo, that's what it's called, right? You love the Merino Cotton Blend too. Yes, Zephyra. Zephyra is amazing yarn. Jamie saying, oh, Reggie gotta go, and she put the house on fire emoji. I knew it. Smoke detectors going off now. No worries, just flame from the oven that's been put out. Oh no, Jamie. We are with you. We are all with you. Auntie Vern saying, what is the name of the alpaca cotton merino? Divinia, I think it's called. Let me, you know what? Since we are all here, here is Hobbii. We all love Hobbii. There it is. Check it out. Beautiful yarn. It's luscious, and it has like 32 colors. I mean, yeah, you want that. And then its sister yarn is the Zephyra, which, did they already discontinue it? Or is it Zephyra? Maybe I'm, They were about to discontinue it, so it may have Zephyra, yeah. Oh, yeah, they only have one color left of this Zephyra, so, you know, if you're into black yarn, they have the last of that on there. Then you asked about the bamboo. I think it's called Rainbow Bamboo. Bamboo. Yes. Which is 60% bamboo and 40% cotton. Once again, a very large variety of colors. I see it looks like there are 40 colors available at the moment. And then they have the, where is the butterfly I was talking about before? It's not on the main page. This is butterfly, so in terms of like acrylic gradient yarn, those are my favorites. I really love them. And Cookie, of course, which, yeah. I have an abundance of, and I make everything with cookie. This is like a bulky weight yarn. It comes in 200 grams cake, 600 meters in a cake. That's like, you know, already a beanie and a scarf in there. And once again, a really nice selection of colors. So yeah, I love cookie yarn. Yeah. Well, I can talk about Hobbii all day. I can do a whole show just about Hobbii. Those of you who know me and been following me for a while know that. Hayfield was the standard stuff I could get in Dublin for years, and most other acrylic brands were usually 100 grams. Really? Here they mostly come in 50 grams. Mocha is saying she's making something with butterfly right now, and it is a lovely crochet experience. Yeah, I love butterfly too. Judy loves cookie yarn, making cocoon cardigans. Yes, definitely. I made the Sherwood cape. There is a tutorial for that on my channel. It's called the Sherwood cape, and I made that with 3 cakes of cookie. Yeah, 600 meters in a bulky weight in one of these cakes. These are the cookies here. These ones. All of them here, except for that Karen latte cake. So all the rest here. Yeah, so after talking about Hobbii, it's very hard for me to go and talk about a different yarn. But yeah. So the last 3 brands that we're going to talk about are UK-based brands. It was very hard to choose. There are a lot of UK-based brands, but I did want to include high-end brands as well as mass-produced. So we're going to talk about 2 mass-produced and then 1 more high-end yarns. Yeah, I hope the house is okay. Jamie, hello. I am new to Hobbii Yarn. Will have to go to the website. Yes, links in the description box below. Check them out. If you ever need any recommendations for Hobbii yarns, you know who to talk to. So the next company we're going to talk about, and we're gonna like very briefly talk about 2 companies, Stylecraft and King Cole. Stylecraft and King Cole are both the kind of like mass-produced, big box, everyday yarns kind of companies. So they produce, you know, your everyday worsted weight, DK weight, acrylic and blends and cotton, and you know the standard fibers, the ones that we find in all the big box stores, the one that we use for most of the project. They're like I said, your everyday yarns. Yeah. The basics, what we call the basic yarns that you need to have in your stash. So Stylecraft is a brand that launched in 1989. As I've said, they are both British companies. So Stylecraft is based in West Yorkshire, while King Cole is based in North Yorkshire. Stylecraft is supplying yarns to shop in the UK as well as exporting to many countries around the world, and King Cole also supplies to the UK, but their yarns are sold supplied to the UK, but their yarns are sold outside of the UK by other online shops. So you can find both of the brands on different online stores that sell and ship worldwide. Stylecraft is dedicated to bringing you the highest quality yarns and patterns with the best possible value. So like I said, both of these companies are like a value for money kind of companies. You will find from both Stylecraft and King Cole the bigger skeins, the 100 gram skeins that, as I was just talking to Alice and I was saying that they are not as common in the rest of Europe. Their collection reflects the largest fashion trends They will have your your signature tweeds, marble kind of yarns, different plies, those thicker one beanie in one ball kind of yarns. Yeah, like I said, your basics, your essentials. That's Stylecraft and King Cole, both UK-based companies. About King Cole specifically, in 2021, they won the Queen's Award. Sorry, I do believe, yeah, they won the Queen's Award for Enterprise International Trade. This is an award program for British businesses and other organizations who excel at international trade, innovation, and sustainable development. So it is one of the highest official awards for British businesses, and they won it. And I think that is mainly due to how they verge into the international market by selling their yarns on international websites. Catherine is saying, Reggie's gonna have to do an everything you wanted to know about Hobbii but were afraid to ask episode. That's an idea, but I'm afraid it might take 5 hours. I'm sure there are more companies, Claptrap. I was saying in the beginning, I cannot include all. I had to choose. I only had time for 10 companies. So out of all the European companies, I had to choose the one I want to talk about the most. Hi, Lauren. Welcome in. John is saying, I find Stylecraft here in South Africa at my local yarn shop. Yeah, both of them are available worldwide. Francie is saying, I was still listening. There's also a Dutch company that started shipping worldwide. They carry a lot of the yarns mentioned tonight. The name is Wolpline. That's probably like a website that sells European brands and ship worldwide. I will check it out. Thank you for that name. Robin has some very soft baby yarn. Peter Pan line, and Hayfield has both high-end yarn but also one of the cheapest acrylic yarn companies to Stylecraft special. Yeah, there are, as I've said, an abundance of UK brands. Could not include them all, so I had to choose 2, and I wanted to choose 2 that I also like myself. For those of you who are here, I think it was 2 weeks ago I did more. It was maybe 3 weeks ago I did a What's on a Hook live, and I showed you guys my haul from Lovecraft, and I showed a lot of Stylecraft yarns and King Cole yarns that I got. So here, for example, is the Stylecraft Highland Heathers, and it's a DK yarn in sort of this like heather effect that it's like, it's your basics, is something that you need to have in your stash for when you need those, I don't know, to assemble some colors to make a throw or a blanket, or your go-to project, when you're not going for like a high-end mohair sweater, right? Lauren is saying, I like Mariners, the UK responsibly priced too. Stylecraft, says Angela, is nice, just on the pricey side of the basic DK. Yeah, I'm sure, as I've said, I'm sure there are an abundance of UK companies. I was trying to talk about ones that you can find worldwide. This is an example for a King Cole yarn. As you can see, this is a thick and thin kind of yarn, loosely spun, very boucle yarn. So they also, novelty yarns is also something that a lot of us have in our, like, this is one of those yarns that you see them, you buy them because they look so pretty and you never know what to do with them. So yeah, they have those too. I was gifted a 3-pack of, I guess you were trying to say, hay-filled yarn several years ago. I finally made some hats with it. It worked well. I'm in the Midwest. It can get down to -30 Fahrenheit. I have no idea how much that is in Celsius in the winter, so I use 2 strands together. That's an idea. Yeah, work 2 of them together, get it thicker. Hi, Mayor. Good to see you. Stylecraft is £2 on... Stylecraft is £2 on par with most acrylic of its... I don't understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, you like that? I thought you might. I mean, I'm a lover of novelty yarn, so of course I was attracted to that picture. And then there's that one. This is the Kinkle Autumn Chunky, which is like, yeah, one of these will make you a beanie. The second one will make you the cowl to go along with it. And they are so pretty. Those colors are so fall. Yeah. So, as I've said, those were just, you know, it's just a small example. I cannot talk about all the companies. I had to choose. I wanted to choose ones I know and had experience with them, and also names that people outside of Europe might know and recognize, even if they never had a chance to work with them. So the last company I want to talk about is Rowan. And once again, Rowan is one of those yarns that I think are known Europe-wide. Maybe they are not as common in local yarn stores, but they are very known. Rowan was established in 1978, and it is another England or UK-based company. And let me show you a picture. All right, so while initially specializing in weaving supplies and knitting kits, the founder, Stephen and Simon wanted to produce yarns which was both high quality and perfect for the hand knitting design trends of the time. The Rowan name was inspired by the beautiful shrubs lining the banks of the Holme River in Yorkshire. I have no idea where that is, but I'm sure for those of you in the UK, it might say something. Apparently, it is an area deeply entwined with British textile heritage and tradition. So pretty much an area where a lot of the British textile industry comes from. And that is where they started their company, and that is where the name comes from. In 1985, they partnered with Westminster Fibers to take the brand to the US. And from there, they have expanded their reach to over 30 countries around the world. So as I've said, I do know that Rowan is known worldwide. I do know that you can get their yarns in several local yarn stores around the globe. But I think they are not as wide known as Katja and Schachenmayr, for example. They are, however, on the higher end range of the scale. In their collection, you will find a comprehensive range of natural fiber, including merino, alpaca, cashmere, cotton, and different exquisite blends. If you live for those timeless jumpers and the chic cardigans and rustic homeware, Rowan is the perfect yarn for you. Their name stands for high quality, luscious yarns and unique designs and inspiration. And talking about inspiration, they collaborate with designers and they come up with their own book pattern books, pattern magazines, pretty much seasonally. So every season with their new collection, there's also a few of those magazines and new books of patterns. They partner up with the top designers in the yarny community around the world to come up with designs for their yarn. So specific designs, as we said something similar before about Viking yarn. So you can see in the picture that I had up until now, you could see one of those booklets, and in this picture here, you can see two more of them. They are, as I've said, specifically oriented, each of them created with collaboration with a different designer, to work with Rowan yarns. So as I've said, they produce their own inspiration booklets, magazines, pattern booklets, and so on. And in addition, they also have a blog, a YouTube channel, social media of all kinds, and Ravelry accounts, all aimed to help you match their yarns with the design that's most suited for them. On the company's website, you'll even find a selection of free patterns designed by leading well-known names in the international yarny community. Also on their website, they have a yarn substitution list to help you cope with certain yarns coming out of the collection being discontinued, which I thought is very, very customer friendly. A lot of us have to deal with that. You know, we bought some yarn, we had it in our stash. After a while, we took it out, we started working with it, we needed more, and it doesn't exist anymore. It's nowhere to be found. So on their website, they have a yarn substitution list for how to substitute a specific yarn out of their collection that is no longer available, which I think is very nice. Ursula is saying it's very beautiful. Debbie is saying it's beautiful. Andrea is saying she used Hayfield for the Stars Hollow cardigan. It works lovely. Yeah, I love the yarn that you use for that. I felt the Highland heathers in the shop, says Claptrap. It is very soft. Opium varies between cord and yarn. At least what I bought has shine to. At least what I bought has shine to it. And she says she believes King Cole website has free knitting and crochet patterns as well. Yes, Rowan is very expensive. Rowan is readily available here as well in South Africa. Yeah, I think, as I've said, since they are partnered with a distributor that distributes worldwide, they have been more and more common on other countries. Yes, they are, but if you find a good deal, it's worth it. Yes, they definitely are a very high-end yarn. I've never tried Rowan. Need to venture more into the real wool type brands next year. Yeah, if you are interested in trying Rowan, however, I know that Hobbii holds them as well. I wouldn't recommend for those of you inside Europe to buy from Hobbii. I stopped buying from Hobbii because of that. But if you are outside of Europe, then it does pay up to buy from Hobbii. Then it does make sense. For those of you inside of Europe, it does not make sense because the way they calculate their shipping prices, just it comes to the point where you as a European know that it does not cost them that much to ship the yarn to you as much as they charge, which is why I stopped ordering from them. But they do hold very good yarns. So when I want to buy Rowan, I can order directly from Rowan, or I can go to stores here that sell Rowan. But those of you outside of the European Union interested in getting Rowan, I know that you can definitely get some of their collection on Hobbii. And I'm pretty sure it's also available in the links that I put down below. So just a general word about, you know, the European market, as, you know, yarn market. As you saw from all the companies that we talked about and from everything that I showed you, you did see that the European market is more oriented towards the company as a company, as well as the yarn is a yarn. So for the customers, it is important to know that the company cares about mulesing-free yarns, that they care about low impact, that they care about low energy usage, that they care about recycled fibers, that they care about vegan fiber, that they care about animal welfare, GOTS certified, other kinds of certifications, all kinds of tests that the yarns has to go through. And that is because the customers here care about it. It's also because the European Union puts a lot of stress on the companies to be up to standard. All those standards come from a place of the European Union as a whole is very involved in, you know, in climate changing and reducing landfill and so on. We spoke about all this when we talked about recycled yarns, so I'm not going to repeat all of this, but you understand this is what the European customer looks at when they go to buy yarn. Also, as a whole, I know that we are all here crocheters, or at least most of us are. Maybe some of us are also knitters, but as a whole in Europe, knitting is more popular than crocheting. So it's not that crocheting is not popular, it's that it's just knitting is more popular. There are more knitters than crocheters. There are more knitters oriented companies than crocheters oriented companies, which reflects a lot of times in the sort of yarns. And there is sort of a perception, and I'm not sure if I'm not the person to tell you if it's correct or not, but it's sort of a perception that knitters are kind of like snobbish in the yarns that they buy, so they would get more of those, you know, mohair, cashmere, yuck, high-end fibers that are severely more expensive. But I think that crocheters in Europe also tends toward more wool blends, or some kind of vegan fiber blend rather than acrylic. I think even though we all use acrylic, I think acrylic in Europe is not as popular as it is maybe in the US. It is popular, just not as, I think there's more market for wool and wool blends. Might be worth for checking yarn, not for yarns that are not readily available in the American continent, says Claptrap. Nico is saying, I think I'm starting incorporate more organic cotton yarn first. I have so much acrylic to go through. Debbie saying Hobbii is where I got mine. I think if not that, I got it from Hobbii. No, Hobbii doesn't sell Rowan, so it must have been Hobbii. What is on my mannequin? That is this Zura shawl. The pattern for that is available on my Etsy shop. Hobbii ships free after you spend so and so. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, thank you, Catherine. Joanne's has the Red Heart Heat Wave on sale. I don't know what that is. Heidi, thanks for lurking. Francis saying, Arnie and Carlos promote Rowan yarn. They show it in their vlogs. Yes, that is correct. They show it a lot. And what they make with it. And I do believe that Rowan also have Arnie and Carlos featured in some of their pattern booklets. Jamie is learning a lot about yarn and fibers. That is what Yarniversity is for. Yarniversity. Get your merch. Yes, Yarniversity, that's exactly what we're here for. No problem working on one right now. It's so much fun, says Catherine. Catherine's Zerzura shawl, by the way, is coming up beautifully. I saw a picture of it today. I can't wait for it to be finished so that you guys see it. But you may have seen, if you are members of our Facebook group, maybe you've seen Judy's Zerzura shawl, because she posted hers yesterday or 2 days ago, and it is beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, they will not leave us alone, Hattie. Maybe they just were like, oh, it's Sunday, let's go harass someone. Cheers to trolls. Yeah, so hi Verna. Yeah, for everyone who missed the part of today's live, you can always catch the replay. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. A little subscribe button down below. And if you press the little join button, you can also join our membership program. And if you press the button, you will get a full rundown of what it means to be a member, what it takes from you, and what you get from the channel in return. And I do want to remind you all that next week there is no Yarniversity. Instead, there will be the Halloween live game show. Anyone who still wants to contribute prizes to that, you have until a day before the game show to contact me. Otherwise, it will already be too late. I will not accept people on the live game show itself that say they want to donate prizes this time. Heatwave yarn has technology that absorbs the heat from the sun, so it is warmer in sunny, cold climates. Oh, that sounds interesting. Yes, Judy's shawl is amazing, and Judy in general is amazing. Hello, Regina. Thanks for joining in. Hi and bye to everyone who is leaving and coming. Jana is saying, I much prefer cotton, bamboo, and such to acrylic for wearables. I do too. Would prefer wool if it didn't itch, but I find that acrylic is nice for blankets. I totally agree, Jana. For wearables, I also prefer to use vegan fibers. I feel they have like more value in terms of textile. They keep your body temperature regulated and so on. They absorb. Yeah, we talked about all of this before, so there's no but I totally get you there. All right, so don't forget that you need to come back to the video and comment down below and tell me if you have experience with any of these companies and what kind of experience was it. Was it good? Was it bad? What did you make? And this will be your chance to enter into the giveaway of the interchangeable light up crochet hook, which we will choose the winner for that. Not next week, because next week is the Halloween game show. We will choose the winner for that 2 weeks from now, when we will do the next episode of this series, when we'll talk about yarn companies from around the world. Yes, I'm really excited for the Halloween game show too. I have a lot of very fun things set up, so I hope that you'll all join me. And now I will go to choose the winner from last week's Yarniversity. So I will take you with me to the YouTube random comment picker, and I already inserted the link of last week's video, and I pressed on filter duplicate users, and I'm going to get the YouTube comments. And we have 19 comments. And last week we spoke about crochet for charity, and I asked you guys to tell me about different charities that you have donated to, or if you have donated to charity with crochet, and what was it. And the prize was the project bag and matching pin. And we will choose the winner for that now, but I am going to tell you that I'm going to use the random comment picker, and if the comment that comes up does not have an answer to the question I asked inside of it, we'll have to choose another winner. Regardless, if you are the winner and your comment does stand up to the standards and you are the winner, you have 1 week to contact me. You have to email me. My email is in the description box down below to claim your prize. And when you email me, you need to give me your full address, including your country. Please do not assume that I know what country you live in. I get a lot of times when people write me to claim their prize, they give me their address and I have to guess what country that is. And then I tell them, is that UK? Is that USA? Is that Australia? And then they answer me. So skip that part. Give me your full address. We are an international community. This is an international channel. I live in Germany, for those of you who don't know, and I'm pretty sure that perhaps other than one of you here in the chat, all the rest of you are from other places in the world. So please save me that trouble. Okay, so let's start and see. And we have Rachel King. She says, I've never donated crochet to any charities before, but I really like the tiny octopus idea since I had a preemie myself, and she never got anything like that when she was in the hospital. Well, Rachel, that totally answers the question I asked, and you are the winner of the bag and the pin. So email me to the description box, to the email that's in the description box down below to claim your prize, and cheers to you. Where am I? Oh, okay. Dee saying she prefers budgie yarn, but her purse doesn't always allow it. Yes, don't we all? Ursula is saying, Grenady, you must have a serious meeting with the wallet and insist that you prefer. Yes, definitely. Yeah, you know, budget is a big problem. But I think, as Mocha said before, you know, for me personally, since I order from Hobbii literally every month and sometimes twice and 3 times a month, then Hobbii has sort of become part of my budget. Like, I calculated in the beginning of the month, and I have my Hobbii order. Yeah. So yes, congratulations to Rachel. Thank you all very, very much for joining me today and for being here. I highly appreciate it. I hope I will see you all next week on the Halloween game show. And for those of you who are joining the crochet along, don't forget it starts tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to seeing all of your pictures. I'm very, very excited to see what comes up of that crochet along. Wendy says she just bought a mystery bag. Oh, my mystery bag. Oh, thank you. Not thank you. Oh, I'm excited to see what you got. I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. You're very, very welcome. So thank you all for joining me today, for being here. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to come back to the video and comment down below to let me know if you have ever worked with any of the yarns that from the companies that we have mentioned. And if yes, what did you make? What was your experience? Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know. And we will see us next time. So thank you all very, very much for watching. Bye.